So a general election would arguably bring many more weeks of uncertainty. Isn't it time for some stability now?
The risk is not a general election. The risk is continuing with this chaos. What you've seen in the last few weeks is real damage to our economy, real damage to our reputation as a country, and people are paying the price for that, whether it's in mortgages or other things. So the risk is not changing, and there's an alternative. You can either have more of this chaos under the Conservatives or stability under a Labour government, stabilise the economy with a plan for growth, a plan for jobs. That's the choice, and I think the public are entitled to their say on that choice.
Lots of candidates being sort of floated around as options. Don't you fear Rishi Sunak the most as the next Conservative leader?
Look, we've got to get away from this idea that there's a sort of revolving door of chaos and that we just get the next experiment at the top of the Tory party. What matters is what happens to this country. And there's the contrast, more of this chaos or stability under a Labour government. And it's very important, I think, that everybody watching this appreciates we don't have to go on like this. We can have stability. We can have an economy that works for working people. That's why we need a general election. Give people a choice. Do you want to continue with this chaos, which is damaging the economy, or wouldn't you prefer a Labour government and the stability that that will bring for our country?
Some are saying Boris Johnson has got the numbers to make it through to the membership if he decides to stand. What would you make of that?
Well, I remind myself that only 3 months ago, Boris Johnson left office because most of those who were serving him on his front bench had declared that he was unfit for office. So to go from the kamikaze budget under Liz Truss back to a man that his own party has declared is unfit for office is the most powerful argument you could possibly have for a general election, so that we can put the alternative case to the country, which is stability, growth, an economy that works for everyone, rather than this chaos.
Liz Truss had to resign because of her economic plans, but Labour have yet to unveil their full economic plan. Is that fair?
We have set out that we want a fairer, greener Britain. We've set out that what that means is jobs, good jobs, secure jobs across all parts of the United Kingdom with the infrastructure to back that up. This is a plan that actually recognises that our economy needs to work for working people. The contrast with Liz Truss is she believes, and the Conservatives believe, that it's only those at the top that create our wealth. I fundamentally disagree. We've set out our plan. Our plan is based on working people, recognise that they create the wealth and they should benefit from that wealth.
Morally, should Truss get the £115,000 a year she's entitled to as a former Prime Minister after just 45 days in office?
No, she shouldn't take that entitlement. After 44 days, she has not earned the right to that entitlement. In my view, she should turn it down.
And what do you make of the Ukraine government tweeting "better call Boris"? The tweet has been deleted, but it's another country getting involved in domestic matters. Is that okay?
Well, look, I saw that tweet. I was rather surprised by it. But look, as far as Ukraine is concerned, my absolute imperative is to make sure that we're all supporting Ukraine in the face of aggression from Putin. So I was surprised by the tweet, but look, in the circumstances that they face, my absolute focus is on giving Ukraine all the support that we possibly can.